Hip-hop mogul Marion Suge Knight is headed back to prison. Today, a Los Angeles judge sentenced the 53-year-old co-founder of Death Row Records to 28 years in jail.
Suge Knight, who was at one time the most feared man in hip-hop, has recently been in a sorry state, eliciting quiet celebration from those he once tormented, including 50 Cent, who 2 minutes ago declared that Suge deserves this. Suge's massive stature, gang connections, and overall dangerous aura made him a nightmare to rappers and everyone in the industry. Knight's downfall has led to a shift in dynamics, with those who once feared him now witnessing his struggles. 50 Cent versus Suge Knight. Marion Suge Knight has been suffering from various illnesses behind bars. From battles with blood clots to emergency surgeries, his medical journey has been far from ordinary. In May 2017, Knight was hospitalized for blood clots, a condition that he had been battling for a long time. These blood clots, also known as deep vein thrombosis, can be life-threatening if not properly treated. Knight's struggle with this condition had been a constant source of concern for his loved ones and legal team throughout his trial. Just 2 years before being hospitalized, Knight in 2015 underwent emergency appendix surgery, adding another chapter to his medical woes. This unexpected health scare left him physically weakened and emotionally drained. Little did he know that this was just the beginning of a series of medical challenges that would follow. Fast forward to April 3rd, 2018, when Knight was rushed to a Los Angeles hospital from his jail cell. The reason for his hospitalization remained unclear, shrouded in secrecy. However, given his history of health issues, it is not surprising that some believe that his blood clot condition may have resurfaced. Knight's legal team was vocal about the impact of his health on his ability to defend himself in court. They argued that his previous hospitalizations and the resulting physical and emotional toll would have hindered his ability to fully participate in his own defense. However, very few were and still are sympathetic towards Knight and his troubles. This is because when he was a free man, he made it his mission to terrorize everyone in his path. It would be no surprise to learn that almost everyone believes that Suge deserves his current predicament. 50 Cent was among those whose lives Knight tried to make a living hell, and it would be no surprise to find out that 50 Cent believes Knight doesn't deserve any pity. Although Suge and 50 Cent have had only one encounter in their lifetime, it was one that will be remembered in hip-hop for years to come. At the time of their memorable meeting, there was heightened security, with bulletproof vests and cars becoming the norm, especially in 50 Cent's camp. 50 Cent was gearing up to shoot the music video for his hit single in Dog Club. As the crew was busy capturing the iconic visuals for the track, the atmosphere was electric, but little did they know that this day would take an unexpected turn when Suge Knight made his grand entrance. Knight arrived with a massive entourage of around 50 Mexicans. The sudden presence of Knight and his crew sent shockwaves through the set, bringing the entire production to a halt. What happened next would leave everyone in awe. The confrontation between Suge Knight and 50 Cent was a clash of titans, a battle of egos and power. It was a moment that would forever be etched in the annals of hip-hop history.
I remember the time, actually, it's funny because he showed up in the club video shoot.
Amidst the chaos, someone alerted the crew that Knight had just arrived. The tension in the air was palpable as the crew ran away, fearing that violence was about to break out.
He came, it was like, Suge's outside! Suge's outside! Everybody like, Suge! He was running, dropping, like, man, everybody going, I'm in front of the camera like this.
While everyone ran, 50 Cent stayed behind. He was unfazed. The rapper approached Knight, ready to face whatever was to come. With a calm yet determined demeanor, 50 Cent asked Knight, "What's up, man? What do you want to do?" But to everyone's surprise, Knight remained silent, taking a puff of his cigar and blowing it out, as if to assert his dominance without uttering a single word. It was a classic display of LA-style intimidation, a power move that left everyone in awe. The sheer presence of Suge Knight, combined with his silence, sent a clear message to 50 Cent and the entire crew. And just like that, Knight turned and left, leaving behind a trail of tension and uncertainty. The encounter was over as quickly as it had begun, but its impact would resonate for years to come. So why exactly is Suge even behind bars in the first place? Well, his present predicament stemmed from a tragic incident that took place in 2015. It was a sunny day in January 2015, when tensions were running high on the set of a promotional video for the highly anticipated film Straight Outta Compton. The movie, which chronicled the rise of the iconic rap group NWA, was set to be a cultural phenomenon, but behind the scenes, a storm was brewing. Knight, the co-founder of Death Row Records, had a long-standing feud with Dr. Dre, one of the film's producers, and a former member of NWA. The animosity between the two men had been simmering for years, stemming from financial disputes and personal conflicts. Knight, known for his intimidating presence and controversial reputation, was not welcome on the set that day. Despite the tension and the clear message that Knight was not wanted, he arrived at the Tams Burgers drive-thru in South Los Angeles. It was here that the lives of Terry Carter and and CLE Bone Sloan would be forever changed. As Knight pulled up to the drive-thru, an argument erupted between him and Sloan. The details of what exactly transpired during that heated exchange remain somewhat murky, but what is clear is that tensions quickly escalated to a dangerous level. Witnesses reported seeing Knight in a rage, his anger boiling over. In a horrifying turn of events, Knight, behind the wheel of his Ford pickup truck, accelerated towards Sloan and Carter, who were standing near the entrance of the drive-thru. The impact was devastating. Carter, a respected businessman and friend of Knight, was tragically killed, while Sloan suffered severe injuries. In the aftermath of the hit and run, Knight maintained his innocence, claiming that he did not intentionally hit either man. However, the evidence stacked against him was overwhelming. Surveillance footage captured the chilling moment of impact, leaving little room for doubt. As the legal battle unfolded, Knight faced a slew of charges, including murder, attempted murder, and hit and run. However, in a surprising turn of events, he ultimately pleaded no contest to the charge of voluntary manslaughter. This downgraded charge carried a maximum sentence of 28 years in prison, a significant reduction from the potential life sentence he could have faced. As the courtroom fell silent, Terry Carter's family stepped forward, their grief palpable. One by one, they shared their pain, their loss, and the devastating impact that Knight's actions had on their lives. Terry Carter's daughter, Jessica, took the stand, her voice trembling with emotion. She spoke of the profound void left by her father's absence, the milestones he would never witness, and the love he would never be able to give. Through tears, she expressed her anger and disbelief that someone she once considered a friend could commit such a heinous act. Next, Terry Carter's son, Michael, addressed the court. His voice cracked as he described the immense pain of losing his father, a man who had been his guiding light and source of strength. Michael spoke of the shattered dreams and the void that could never be filled. He pleaded with the court to deliver justice for his father and to ensure that no other family would have to endure such a devastating loss. CLE Bone Sloan, the other victim of the hit and run incident, also delivered a powerful victim impact statement. He spoke of the physical and emotional pain he endured as a result of Knight's actions. Sloan described the nightmares that haunted him, the fear that gripped him whenever he stepped outside, and the lasting trauma that would forever be etched in his memory. As the victim impact statements concluded, the weight of the sentencing hung heavy in the courtroom. The judge, Ronald S. Cohen, expressed his sympathy for the Carter family and acknowledged the profound loss they had endured. On the day of his sentencing, Knight stood in the courtroom, his expression emotionless. Judge Cohen then formally handed down the sentence agreed upon in the plea deal: 22 years for voluntary manslaughter, with an additional 6 years due to a third strike violation. Marion Suge Knight, once a powerful figure in the music industry, stood stoically as his fate was sealed. While Knight spends his year in jail, it is important to know that his life in crime did not start with his current charges. He has a very long rap sheet, which only proves why he deserves everything that he's getting. Suge Knight's criminal history. In the late 1980s, Knight's life took a dramatic turn from being a rising star in college football to embracing a criminal mindset that would define his future. It all began in 1986 when Knight, a talented college football player, received a football scholarship out of high school. He transferred to UNLV in 1985, where he continued to excel on the field, even earning the title of Rookie of the Year. However, it was during his senior year that signs of a criminal inclination started to emerge. According to the book Labyrinth, Knight's college years were marked by a drug-dealing side gig. This illicit activity hinted at the darker path he would eventually follow, but it wasn't until 1987 that his criminal rap sheet officially began. In October 1987, Knight's future wife, Sharitha Golden, took out a restraining order against him. However, Knight violated the order by violently grabbing Golden by the hair and cutting off her ponytail. This incident resulted in his first arrest, a glimpse into the violent behavior that would become all too familiar in his life. Just 2 weeks later, Knight found himself in trouble with the law once again. This time, he was arrested for shooting a man in the leg and wrist as the man attempted to steal his Nissan Maxima. The audacity of this crime was shocking, but what was even more astonishing was the outcome. Despite shooting a man twice and stealing his vehicle, Knight's charges were remarkably reduced to misdemeanors. He received a mere $1,000 fine and 3 years of probation. In an interview with the Washington Post in 2007, Knight callously boasted that he had shot him with his own gun. As Knight's criminal activities escalated, so did his run-ins with the law. In 1988, he was arrested for assaulting a man at LA International Airport, further solidifying his reputation as a violent individual. The year 1990 proved to be a busy one for Suge Knight. In Las Vegas, he used a loaded pistol to break the jaw jaw of an unfortunate individual. This act of brutality resulted in another slap on the wrist, with Knight receiving a $9,000 fine and a 2-year suspended sentence. But that wasn't all. Knight also pleaded guilty to 2 cases of battery, one in Hollywood and the other in Beverly Hills. Additionally, he pleaded guilty to disturbing the peace charge in Van Nuys. Despite these charges, Knight managed to avoid significant consequences, continuing to evade the full weight of the law. As Knight consolidated power into Death Row Records in 1991, his criminal activities intertwined with his business dealings. He resorted to strong-arming away the contracts of Dr. Dre and DOC from Eazy-E, solidifying his reputation as a ruthless music executive. During this time, Knight was given yet another suspended sentence, this time for providing a false name when caught with a deadly weapon in Beverly Hills. It was also during this period that rumors circulated about Knight hanging Vanilla Ice over a balcony. However, it is important to note that this particular incident never occurred. Instead, Ice and Knight found themselves in court battling over royalties for the hit song Ice Ice Baby. Nevertheless, the infamous balcony incident became a part of Knight's notorious reputation. If convictions and arrests were an Olympic sport, Knight would have taken home the gold in 1992. He faced 2 convictions for assault with a deadly weapon, both resulting in suspended sentences. Additionally, he was convicted of carrying a concealed weapon in West Covina and disturbing the peace in Van Nuys. But Knight's criminal activities didn't stop there. In the same year, he beat and shot at 2 budding rap artists who had used the Death Row office phones without permission. This violent incident led to Suge's arrest for armed assault. The 2 rappers, George and Linwood Stanley, later claimed that shady dealings with the prosecutor resulted in a plea deal for them and Suge getting off the hook. Furthermore, in 1992, Suge Knight, along with Dr. Dre and DOC, found themselves in trouble during an incident in New Orleans. 2 people were stabbed, and although the circumstances surrounding the incident are unclear, Suge's involvement was not surprising given his track record. In 1993, Suge Knight's name became entangled in a drug-dealing ring that transported cocaine from Los Angeles to his former stomping grounds in Las Vegas. Despite his involvement, Knight managed to evade serious consequences once again, receiving yet another probationary sentence. This notoriety only served to bolster the image of invincibility surrounding Death Row Records. However, the year 1995 marked a turning point in Knight's criminal activities. At a Death Row Records party held at the El Rey Theater, a tragic incident unfolded. A man named Kelly Jamerson was brutally stomped to death, his injuries so severe that he was barely recognizable. Rumors swirled that Suge Knight was involved, but no arrests were made in connection with the murder. The lack of justice for Jamerson's family added to the growing infamy surrounding Knight. In January of that same year, Knight faced another charge: conspiracy to illegally possess a firearm. Despite the seriousness of the accusation, Knight once again managed to avoid jail time. The combination of his violent reputation and his ability to evade prosecution only solidified Death Row Records' image of invincibility. The year 1996 brought about a series of events that would forever link Suge Knight's name to the deaths of 2 legendary rappers. On September 7th, Knight and Tupac Shakur were caught on CCTV footage beating Orlando Anderson at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. Anderson, a member of the Crips gang, was believed to be responsible for a previous assault on one of Suge and Tupac's associates. Tragically, just hours after this altercation, Tupac was gunned down in front of Suge Knight in a drive-by shooting. The murder of Tupac Shakur remains unsolved to this day, shrouded in conspiracy theories and speculation. The deaths of Tupac and the East Coast rapper Christopher the Notorious B.I.G. Wallace, who was shot and killed in Los Angeles in 1997, sparked further speculation about Knight's involvement. While Knight was in jail during the time of Biggie's murder, he was still considered a major suspect, with some suggesting that it was an act of revenge for Tupac's death. However, no substantial evidence has ever been brought before a judge to implicate Knight in either of these high-profile cases. Upon his release from prison in 2001, Suge Knight expressed a desire to turn his life around and focus on his business endeavors. However, his freedom was short-lived. In December 2002, Knight found himself back behind bars for violating the terms of his release. Authorities stormed the new offices of Death Row Records during a murder investigation, although Knight himself was not implicated. Nevertheless, his association with several gang members violated the conditions of his parole, resulting in a 61-day stint in lockup. In June 2003, Knight once again found himself in trouble with the law. This time, he assaulted a parking lot attendant at the White Lotus nightclub after his car was blocked in. This act of violence led to another violation of his parole, and Suge was sent back to prison to serve a 10-month sentence. Knight's legal troubles continued in 2005 when he was pulled over for making an illegal U-turn. A subsequent search of his vehicle led to the discovery of marijuana, resulting in his arrest. Although he spent a week in jail, Knight was later cleared of the possession charges. The year 2008 brought about yet another incident that added to Suge Knight's criminal history. In August, he was arrested for for beating his girlfriend and was found in possession of ecstasy and pharmaceuticals. Additionally, he was seen waving a knife around outside a strip club in Las Vegas. However, charges were dropped when the young lady in question mysteriously vanished and couldn't testify. Knight's ability to evade consequences once again raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about his connections and influence. In 2009, Knight was implicated in a home invasion where valuable items were stolen. The incident was believed to be retaliation for a previous altercation where Knight was beaten up at a basketball event, allegedly at the behest of musician Akon. While Knight was not charged in connection with the home invasion, rumors circulated, further adding to his reputation as a figure involved in criminal activities. Knight's legal troubles continued to make headlines in 2014. In September, he was accused, along with his associate Cat Williams, of snatching and stealing a camera from a photographer in Beverly Hills. Knight was subsequently apprehended in Las Vegas in October. He was scheduled to appear in court in January 2015, facing potentially serious consequences if convicted. 50 Cent's career after Suge Knight encounter. While Suge languishes in prison, the man whom he was unable to intimidate went on a completely different path. 50 Cent concentrated on his craft and went on to write his name among hip-hop greats. In the early 2000s, which was when the infamous encounter took place, the music industry was about to witness the rise of a rap superstar who would leave an indelible mark on the genre. Curtis James Jackson III, better known as 50 Cent, burst onto the scene with his debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying, in 2003. Produced by the legendary Dr. Dre and Eminem, this album would become a game changer and solidify 50 Cent's position as one of the most successful rappers in history. Get Rich or Die Trying was not just an album, it was a cultural phenomenon. Released on February 6, 2003, the album immediately caught the attention of music enthusiasts worldwide. Its gritty lyrics, captivating storytelling, and infectious beats resonated with audiences from all walks of life. The album's title itself reflected 50 Cent's determination to succeed against all odds. The impact of the album was felt immediately. In its first week of release, it sold a staggering 872,000 copies, making it the best opening for any album that year. The sales continued to soar, and to date, the album has sold over 5.6 million copies, solidifying its position as the top-selling album of 2003. The success of Get Rich or Die Trying was not limited to commercial sales. The album received critical acclaim and garnered multiple awards and nominations. It was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Rap Album, a testament to the album's artistic and musical excellence. The impact of the album extended beyond the rap genre, as it crossed over into popular culture and became a cultural touchstone for a generation. Two songs from the album, In Day Club and 21 Questions, topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart. In Day Club spent an impressive 9 weeks at the #1 spot, becoming an anthem that dominated airwaves and clubs around the world. The infectious hook and catchy lyrics made it an instant classic, solidifying 50 Cent's status as a rap superstar. The success of Get Rich or Die Trying can be attributed not only to 50 Cent's raw talent, but also to the collaboration with two of the industry's biggest names, Dr. Dre and Eminem. Dr. Dre, a legendary producer and rapper, brought his signature sound and expertise to the album, ensuring its sonic brilliance. Eminem, a rap icon in his own right, provided guidance and support, further elevating the album's impact. The collaboration between 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, and Eminem was a match made in hip-hop heaven. Their combined talents and creative vision resulted in a masterpiece that resonated with audiences worldwide. The album's success not only propelled 50 Cent to superstardom, but also solidified his place in music history. The album's impact on the rap industry and popular culture cannot be overstated. 50 Cent's raw talent, combined with the production genius of Dr. Dre and Eminem, created a musical masterpiece that continues to resonate with audiences to this day. While 50 Cent's music career was reaching new heights, he also showcased his business prowess by venturing into various industries and forging strategic partnerships. One of his most significant business ventures came in 2004 when he partnered with Glaceau to create Formula 50, a grape-flavored variant of their popular vitamin water line. The partnership between 50 Cent and Glaceau was a match made in business heaven. 50 Cent's star power and entrepreneurial spirit combined with Glaceau's expertise in the beverage industry created a winning formula. Formula 50 quickly gained popularity, becoming a favorite among consumers who were drawn to its unique flavor and the association with 50 Cent. The success of Formula 50 caught the attention of beverage giant Coca-Cola, which saw the potential for growth and expansion. In 2007, Coca-Cola acquired Glaceau for a staggering $4.1 billion, a move that would prove to be immensely profitable for 50 Cent. As a result of the acquisition, 50 Cent reportedly made between $60 million and $100 million. solidifying his status as a shrewd entrepreneur. The financial success 50 Cent achieved from the Glaceau deal was a testament to his business acumen and ability to identify lucrative opportunities. It showcased his ability to diversify his ventures and capitalize on strategic partnerships. The partnership with Glaceau not only provided financial gains, but also solidified 50 Cent's reputation as a savvy businessman. In addition to the Glaceau deal, 50 Cent has ventured into various other industries, expanding his empire and leaving his mark. In 2007, he expanded the G-Unit brand by launching G-Unit Books, a publishing imprint in partnership with MTV and Pocketbook. G-Unit Books has published several titles, including novels and autobiographies, further establishing 50 Cent's presence in the literary world. In 2011, 50 Cent made headlines once again with the launch of Street King, an energy drink aimed at tackling global hunger. The energy drink generated significant media attention, not only for its unique mission, but also for 50 Cent's commitment to philanthropy. Through Street King, 50 Cent demonstrated his desire to make a positive impact on the world while expanding his business empire. Another notable business venture for 50 Cent was the founding of SMS Promotions in 2012, a boxing promotions company. The venture aimed to sign and promote talented boxers and organize boxing events. This foray into the world of sports further showcased 50 Cent's versatility as an entrepreneur and his ability to diversify his business interests. In 2014, 50 Cent became an investor and brand ambassador for Frigo Revolution Wear, a luxury underwear brand. This partnership highlighted his ability to recognize promising opportunities and make strategic investments in diverse industries. The Glaceau deal and 50 Cent's subsequent financial success exemplify his ability to navigate the business world and make astute decisions. His ventures in the beverage industry, publishing, sports, and fashion demonstrate his versatility and willingness to explore new avenues for growth. In addition to his ventures in the music and business industries, 50 Cent has made a name for himself in the alcoholic beverage market. He expanded his empire to include two prominent liquor brands, Effin' Vodka and Branson Cognac. These ventures not only showcased his business acumen, but also solidified his presence in the industry. In 2014, 50 Cent entered into a partnership with Effin' Vodka, a Dutch premium vodka brand. As an investor and brand ambassador, 50 Cent brought his star power and marketing genius to the brand. Through extensive social media promotion and appearances, he helped elevate Effin' Vodka's profile and increase its market presence. The partnership with Effin' Vodka was a strategic move for 50 Cent. Vodka is one of the most popular spirits globally, and by aligning himself with a premium brand like Effin', he positioned himself as a player in the lucrative alcoholic beverage market. His involvement with Effin' Vodka not only showcased his business acumen, but also demonstrated his ability to leverage his personal brand to drive sales and generate buzz. In 2018, 50 Cent took his foray into the alcoholic beverage market a step further by launching his own cognac brand, Branson Cognac. Named after the street he grew up on in Queens, Branson Cognac represented a new chapter in 50 Cent's entrepreneurial journey. This move showcased his ambition and willingness to take risks in pursuit of success. The ventures in the alcoholic beverage market have not only been financially rewarding for 50 Cent, but have also contributed to his overall brand image. They have positioned him as a multifaceted entrepreneur with a keen eye for business opportunities. These ventures have further cemented his status as a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs and have inspired others to follow in his footsteps. It's funny how the tables turn. 50 Cent and Suge Knight took two completely different paths and had totally different outcomes. Well, choices have consequences, and it is safe to say that Suge deserves everything he is going through. If you enjoyed this video, click on the boxes playing on your screen to watch similar content.